Welcome back, everybody. It's Paul Maglev here with Train Valley 2. And you might be thinking to yourself, what on earth is he doing? Wasn't he playing some other game previously, in this case, Conduct Deluxe? And the answer is yes, that would be correct. But I realized there have been quite a few patches. Like, we're on build 95 right now for the early access for Train Valley 2. And that means a lot of stuff's been added that we need to go take a look at. And do I have the volume set correctly? Yes, I do have the volume set correctly. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of new levels. Here's all the original levels all the way up to 20, but there's new levels including the Pipeline, Florida, the Siberia, the Panama Canal, ooh, the Golden Gate, and a bunch of other stuff. So let's just hop straight to it. I've got a lot of things to update everybody on because of my leave of absence. And there's been so many changes to this game that in some respects I don't actually recognize it. So how do I want to lay this out? So, let's see. I finally graduated from San Jose State with my bachelor's, as far as I can tell. There were some technical issues with the paperwork that I seem to have overlooked over the summer, which meant that some of my paperwork was put on hold. And I finally got that fixed, so now I don't have to worry about that anymore. I'm still waiting for my diploma to finally be mailed, though. And I'm pretty sure that should come soon enough as it is. That's better. And what else happens? Because the semester was really busy and I wanted to make sure that I didn't make any conspicuous mistakes, like anything too serious, before graduating. So I really worked my tail into overdrive just to make sure that everything was taken care of. And I still managed to goof it up somehow, of course, like you do. And how much do I need to build this bridge? 23k. I guess we're just gonna have to keep mining then. And then we're going to need to generate some power with this coal-fired power plant in the top right corner, which is a new feature for me, at least. But there's been like patch after patch after patch after patch for this game, and I needed to catch up on that as well. What else happened over the semester? Because it was pretty uneventful, aside from the fact that I was getting some of the critical schoolwork done for my final semester. And as far as I can tell, I got sidetracked with that. But I think after that, I got sidetracked with playing some games on the Nintendo Switch that I can't publish online because I know Nintendo's just gonna claim all the footage, like they do. And what else happened since the last time I published? Oh yeah, we swapped out our mailbox over at my place, and it was really weird because it was just this decrepit metal box on a post, like your average ordinary fence post. And most would think that something like that wouldn't be that big a deal. Like, it would easily come out and be replaced. Oh boy, was I mistaken. Because the first thing I had trouble with was trying to remove the first piece of flat wood at the base. At the base of the actual post box itself, which sits on top of the post, and I couldn't break it off. I mean, I couldn't separate it on its own because it had been rotted from water damage for so long. So I just took a hammer and I smashed it into little bits and pieces because it was that dilapidated. But after that, I was having trouble trying to pull the nails out that were holding it in place for the last 20 years or so. More like 26, actually. But yeah, I got that sorted out. But when I was trying to pull the nails out, it turns out I wasn't able to get them out at all because they had just rusted so heavily into the post itself, I think. Or something to that effect. So when I tried to pull them out with the back of the claw of a hammer, not only did I pull the nails that were sticking up, but I also pulled the whole post out on accident with just that claw, and I was like, oh no, this isn't good. That escalated quickly, and that meant we had to replace not only the old mailbox itself, which itself had degraded to complete oblivion, but we also had to replace the post. And I was really hoping that wouldn't be the case, but we improvised at home and we just put the old mailbox up by the curbside and just hoped for the best to make sure that the mail was received properly, while simultaneously making sure it didn't get soaked by the sprinkler system from my neighbor next door. I feel like I should be doing something. Let's go and build this. And we'll build this. Because we're gonna need this power station up and running soon. We also need to be extracting oil as well, so let's just build that bridge for that. And then I should be able to get some more trains, right? Oh, now I don't have enough cash. Oh well. I still need to be producing a lot of gold for this level anyway. So no harm, no foul. Didn't mean to stop that, but okay. So we spent a few days without a properly functioning mailbox. But eventually we decided on what to get, and we finally purchased a mailbox and the post. It was a really difficult debate that I had with my ma, and I'm not entirely sure why that was the case. I mean, it's just a mailbox. Right? Shouldn't be that difficult. But we were trying to figure out which kind of post we wanted, so we stuck with the metal post after heavily debating which kind of metal we wanted. And then we decided on the actual mailbox itself, and we got it. But then we had to return it because we found it for much cheaper over at the clearance sale that was taking place over at Osh. Because they had closed down around that time, or were in the process of closing down. And now the place is completely gone, of course. It's all completely closed down. But we got it for a pretty good deal, as far as I can tell. And then we finally installed it with some concrete, or cement. I always mix up the two. But we got a formula that works instantly and doesn't actually require any water, because it just uses the moisture from the ground to just slurp it up and then fix itself properly like it's supposed to. And I thought that was really weird. Like, what is this witchcraft of which you speak? I have never seen concrete, etc. Get finished so quickly. And obviously, that was something new I learned about, that I'm glad I know it actually exists now. Though I think people won't be able to appreciate how long it takes for concrete to cure properly, now that it just cures instantaneously, or at least there's formulas out there that do that for the most part. And talk of the mess, it was just an endless pile of gravel and sand and bits, and it just made a mess on the curbside. But now we have a working Postbox, but I think I need to modify it a bit more so that it's more effective. Because it's not working at its best, as far as I can tell. So I guess I can work on that at some point. I finally have enough cash for this bridge. Then I'll build it over to here. That's better. Then we can hook it up to the refinery. Oh, it looks like I'm pumping out electricity now. I didn't mean to do that so quickly, because I don't have all the equipment ready. Does it make sound effects? Oh, it does. What do you know? And I'm able to upgrade these trains without losing any stars. I should probably do that too. But I just wasted a bunch of coal trying to power that station when it wasn't going to be doing anything useful, which is not what I wanted, and it's something that I have to struggle with now. That's is a thing that exists in my life and in this game. And then we should get some refined petrochemicals from that. What do they call it? Oh, they just call it fuel oil. Oh, and there goes the station. Yes, sirree, Bob. I have no idea what I'm doing. But what else happened over the semester that I haven't updated everybody on? Because there surely must be something. I just can't think of it exactly at this moment, but that's like the highlight of the semester. I did produce another video though, but you won't see it on my channel because I was a little embarrassed and I only wanted to keep it for private presentations over for one of my classes for an assignment associated with my transportation planning course. And we're out of power again. We're gonna need some more peeps, and we are going to need some more We're gonna need some more coal. But I think we're at least part of the way through. If not almost finished. I'm just trying to churn out all the fuel. I don't know why it takes electricity just to make fuel oil. Usually they just... Don't they just take some sort of heat source and then they just boil it off? But then again, it's a chemical plant, so they're making other stuff too. Enough speculation. It's time to go churn some of this out. And this is not the locomotive I wanted to send it out with. Go back. Okay. One thing that hasn't changed though is the soundtrack to this game. I think it's the same three sounds. Same songs, same three songs, thereabouts. And I think we have enough workers and supplies to actually get this level wrapped up. Keyword being almost. But I think after graduation took place, I was just completely exhausted and I didn't want to do anything. So I just whipped out my Nintendo Switch and I started playing with that. And I spent forever and a half playing Breath of the Wild, which subverted all of my expectations for what a game from The Legend of Zelda should be, and what it is. And that was a steep, difficult learning curve to overcome, because I always kept dying in one hit at the very beginning. And there were a bunch of mechanics that I was not very fond of in getting incorporated into the game, but I've actually acquired an appreciation for the amount of level and effort that went into it, as well as some of the dedication and commitment that went into the game itself. It's been a long time coming, as far as I can tell, and I think the smoke animation for this refinery just stopped in the middle of its cycle instead of finishing up. But yeah, I've got all this stuff to take care of, and what else was there? We can head over to this level and take care of it for a second. So the first thing that came to mind after graduating and spending the holidays with family and friends and that sort of thing was what I was going to do from there, because I didn't know what I was going to be doing with myself. And so I just started just kind of meandering about, trying to find some sort of a unique goal or purpose, because I had dedicated most of my life to purely just academics, and now I need to go get a job and get a life, and I don't know how to do that. So I gotta figure that out. And I was also worried about insurance, because I wasn't sure if that was going to keep going. I thought I'd have to go into Cobra, or or whatever that is, some weird thing that passes over your parents' insurance over to the child after they turn 26 and are ineligible for the some of the perks associated with the Affordable Care Act, which can be in itself very complicated, convoluting, and boring. So I'll try to save the details from that. But yeah, that was something else that was on my mind. But for some reason, the paperwork for all the stuff medically related just was going through anyway, even though I had turned 26 back in January. And we weren't entirely sure what was going on, but the suspicion was that... What was the suspicion? Why is this so complicated? Why can't we have, like, Canadian healthcare where you just swipe a card and then everything gets taken care of? We Americans are crazy. And I think I just set up the tracks in a way I don't want to, so I'll just have to go make some modifications. And hopefully we'll be able to get this done a little bit faster than previously. How many new locomotives am I able to get? Over here it says no more than 2. So we just need to keep that in mind. What other updates were there? Because I had been apprehensive to actually go and publish any videos over the last few months, not only because I was busy, but because I felt anxious. And I'm pretty sure that's not normal to have stage fright for just sitting in your own bedroom, talking on online through some sort of a recording of a video game and that sort of thing. Like, it's weird that I would have that, but I did. But I feel I should just get back into the swing of it. And that would be the next right thing to do. At least as far as I can tell. But the other issue at hand was that I wanted to completely change the format of my videos, because I felt like I was spending too much time rendering stuff, and I should be able to explain my spiel of whatever I'm talking about much more coherently, which required a completely different format to what I'm using now, which is just your average Let's Play / vloggy sort of thing. So yeah, as soon as I was able to figure that out, I thought I'd be able to move forward with a completely different change in pace, but now I just feel like I need to just publish or perish, because I haven't released anything when I should. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. That's in spite of all the subjectivity of everything and the general relativism of what's necessary and what isn't necessary. Was there anything else that was on my mind? I can't think of anything at the moment. But I had just so much stuff to talk about, and then I just can't remember any of it. What gives? It doesn't make any sense to me. I guess it's just because I'm tired and I'm just getting old and balding. I need to go fix that somehow. But I also need to do a bunch of other stuff that I was preoccupied with, not just getting the job, but also some of the other important materials that I need, objectives I need to meet. Like taking the GRE so that I could get ready for graduate school, because the way I set things up, I didn't get all the information in on time for the application, so I have to resubmit again so that I can go to graduate school for the fall of 2019. But right now, I'm just kind of stuck in this sort of limbo. Because I can't really do anything until I get that GRE done. And I can't go out on my own unless I got a job, and I can't get a job unless someone actually is hiring and all the other stuff. And it just gets a little convoluting and all drawn out in ways that it should never have to be. And I sent a train to the wrong station. That's gonna throw a wrench into things now, isn't it? Yeah, that most certainly is. Hopefully this works out. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble. I didn't remember being so rusty at this. But then again, these are new challenges and I'm unfamiliar with them. But I should be able to upgrade all my locomotives so I can get things to travel a lot faster. Not that that's going to really amount to much. If I don't know what I'm doing. Was there anything else on my mind? I think the other update was that I was just frantically trying to clean my room so that I could actually use it for stuff again. Because during the semester it gets kind of messy. So one of the things I did was just frantically try to fix the giant wall of Lego stuff I've got, so that I have all of that cleaned up and sorted. In some cases, quite literally so. I feel like I'm missing something. It's the coal, isn't it? But yeah, I just need to get some new structure back into my life, and I think everything should be good from there. Then we'll upgrade this. We're gonna roll some extra steel. And I think we would be done from there, at least theoretically. But what we actually need to do is just forge some more steel. And craft some extra tools. Unfortunately though, I can't build many bridges around here. Which means I can only send things across bridges, and I don't have enough funds to add more. Actually, no. I do have more funds for more bridges, but that's not my issue right now, is it? What I really need to do is go and have everything associated with the factory down at the bottom of the map manufactured so I can just wrap this up. And then I'll just have to edit it after that, but I'm excited because I've got some boxes that I just got, some extra boxes laying around so that I can save up some space by compressing some of my Lego sets into smaller containers. Because I usually keep them in the original box, but now I just don't care anymore. I just want to take the original box, flatten it out so it doesn't take up space, and then just stick it over here underneath the rack I have to store everything. And that should be... Oh, it just sent a train to the wrong station again. But yeah, there we go. That should do it. So, thank you all for watching again. This is Paul Maglev signing out. I forgot how to do my outro. But yeah, I will see you all next time, and until then, take care. Stay true to yourself, and remember to never give up. I knew I'd remember it eventually. Bye, everyone.